Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. It's Candlenet Maker here today. Today on today's live stream, focus on I wanted to focus on a few stories that I wanted to share with all of you. More importantly, some words of advice that maybe some of you are going through roadblocks in your life, your career, your business, and so on. We all go through those in different paths of our journey, and I wanted to share with you a few things that will hopefully help you during this time. One of the uh, one of the things I want to share today was so many times during the process of starting, growing, scaling a business, there were so many times where I would doubt myself. Okay. And there's a good chance that you go through this in your own way, that you doubt yourself because of who you are, where you come from, your age, your gender, and so on. We create these limiting beliefs up here about what's possible for us. All of us have created those in some form for ourselves. Some of us have been able to, you know, tear down those barriers that stop us from getting there. And so my goal today on today's live stream to share with you that, regardless of where you come from, what you've gone through, the things that you're going to go through, what you're currently going through, that does not dictate how successful you can become with your life, your career, your business, and so on. Each and every one of us has a unique set of talents, abilities, gifts, and so on. You use those combined with a path, a career, a business, a project, there's a really good chance you can go really far with that. And so I wanted to share with you and be real today with some of the things that we've gone through, and hopefully it will help motivate whoever's watching here today to keep moving forward. Um, the first thing I'll talk about is that when I got started, I was 22, I believe, when I first got almost full time into my business, and during that time, I was going through a phase of, am I old enough? Am I mature enough? Do I know what I'm doing? Um, am I going to be able to reach out to people? Will people take me seriously? It was always, for me, it was always an age thing. I always felt like I was one of the young dudes in the room, so no one would take me seriously. And then the second part of that was, okay, now I'm a First Nations dude in the mainstream, trying to make it, trying to create a business. I felt more secluded because at that time, 10 plus years ago, there was not a lot of indigenous entrepreneurs out there. And so I couldn't just call someone up that was the same age as me and say, hey, let's sit down for coffee and pick each other's brain. So it was a different world already 10 years ago. And so much has happened in the last, I would say, 5 years that really sped up entrepreneurship and business. So at that time, it was very, I guess, kind of a lonely path because I didn't have a lot of people that I could relate to. There was business people out there, but there was not a lot of people I can relate to on a personal level. So when I got into business and I made a decision, I was going to try help people. I was going to try mentor people. I was going to try coach people that had the same thought patterns like I did. And so as I grew and I tried my best to try help people on the side, I would mentor a bunch of people throughout the years, help them grow their businesses and so on. Um, I made a decision I was going to continue that flow to keep moving forward. And one of the things that I did was recently, um, this year, is I created two things. One of them was I launched a free webinar, and so that webinar is right here, right below there. If you go to worldclassbrand.com, it's 100% free training, and it walks you through everything that I do to build brands. Everything from the story, everything from the brand positioning, everything from the offer, how to market and sell an irresistible offer. So, if those of you who are watching this today and you're on the fence, you're doubting yourself, start by watching this webinar right below there. Watch one of them. It's only 45 minutes. It'll walk you through the whole process. And if you like what you see, there's a really good chance you'll want to take that next step into to starting something or growing something. A lot of people that come to me, they come with a process of doubt, of limiting beliefs that stop them. I could tell you, I go through this a lot of times throughout my career. Even to this day, I still go through this a lot, where I doubt myself from taking that next step, because I used to think that who's gonna believe in a 20-some-year-old when I was 20 in my 20s. Okay, I used to have those limiting beliefs about myself. Good chance that you have those as well. So watch this training, go through the training, watch the things that we've done, the people that have helped us, the people that we've helped, and so on. There's case studies in there, and hopefully you will at least get inspired by what you see there. And going through this process of creating these limiting beliefs, they come from our oftentimes it comes from our childhood. They manifest as we're teens, and they don't really go away when we're adults unless we go back and fix those. So sometimes we have to go back and fix things so that we can keep moving forward. So we sometimes it's tough like that, right? It's tough for us to go back and heal ourselves, to go back and forgive people, to go back and forgive ourselves, and so on. So it could be a difficult path. So uh, it's not impossible, but all of us have that ability to do that. Good morning from Facebook. It's good to see you. Awesome, awesome. That's what I want to share with you today. Um, if you get a chance and you're doubting yourself, you're having a hard time taking that first step, go to this training, watch it. It's only 45 minutes. And what I can tell you is that the hardest thing for a lot of people is believing that they are worthy of their goal, believing that they deserve to achieve a certain goal, something that they're setting out for. And so what they do is they'll create a plan B, they'll create a backup plan, escape door. Okay. And so they will go along this path a little bit, but once they see a little bit of struggle, a little bit of an obstacle, a little bit of a pushback, they reroute and go back to what's comfortable. And what's comfortable is usually is not going to be fulfilling for them. And so they always live in the what if this happened? What if I would have went and did this thing, and so on. So I would encourage all of you, all of you, regardless of what you're doing right now, try more experiments with the things that you're trying to create. A lot of people are starting businesses right now. It's a perfect time to try. Good morning there, Ron. Good to see you. Now is the time. So as you're going about your life, your career, don't live in the what if. Don't live in the I wonder if I would have tried this in my youth, in my younger days, what would have happened? You don't want to live like that. So in this moment here, we have an opportunity, right? I really believe this pandemic has created a lot of opportunity for people to look within, force us to heal, force us to look within, force us to grow as individuals. It's tough to go through that process. It's tough to look within. It's tough to look back on trauma. It's tough to go through that stuff. It's tough to relive that so that we can release it, so that we can move forward. All of us, when we're going on a path, a goal, when we're walking on that path, there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be a problem. But it's how your perspective tied to the problems that come to your life determine how far you're going to go. If you come from a victim perspective of everything that comes in your life, you're going to stay a victim. But if you come in a responsive level and what is this trying to teach me, life starts to become more meaningful, and you start to uncover a lot of truths about yourself, about the world, about everything. What is this trying to teach me? What is this day trying to teach you? What is one thing you can learn here today to try help you? Well, I did what I could, and I created this free training right there for you, worldclassbrand.com, to try help you. It's only 45 minutes, is like I've been talking, and it's here to help. And if for those of you who are looking for that next step, one of the things that we've created also is we have a weekly group coaching program. It's every Monday night, 6 o'clock Saskatchewan time. For an hour and a half, you're on a call with me on Zoom with about a dozen other people from all across the country, And we get on there and we talk about life, business, leadership, brand development, and so on. Whatever the topic is, there's every week there's a different theme. Tonight, I believe we're talking about sales. So if you want to come and join us, go to my site, fill out the form. We'll send you the link after that, and we'd love to have you part of that group. Every Monday, 6 o'clock Saskatchewan time, I come on live and I group coach with everyone in that group. So if that's you, you're interested, come check us out. You can also follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. And for those of you who are having events this year, you can also apply to book me for a virtual keynote. I only do a limited number of those every year. But again, last but not least, if that's you in this live stream right now, you want a free training, check out worldclassbrand.com. And I would love to see you there. So that was a story I want to share with you today, everyone, that we all create those limiting beliefs, okay, about why we're not worthy of something, why we can't achieve something. And we build these fake beliefs about ourselves, and it actually stops us from going there. It stops us from taking that first step. True fulfillment is acknowledging your gift, aligning with a career path, wherever you're trying to go, a business, a career, a project, trying it out. Maybe that doesn't take you to the first thing that you're meant to do. Maybe it takes you to a different step. And eventually you'll find something that works for you. But you can't get there if you just sit there and scroll through their phone, watching Netflix all day. You can't find that. You have to go and try things. You have to try things. That's the best way I can explain this. Bunch of experiments. Go read that book. Take that course. Go try that business. Go try that project. Do some research and so on. Eventually, you're going to find what you're meant to do. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing day, everybody. Have an amazing week. It's Kendall Netmaker here. And if you're looking for a coach, reach out to me, kendallnetmaker.com, and I would love to work with you there. Have an amazing day. We'll see you.